So we're back with more of the Gear Train controversy. The first call is between us and Gear Train's girlfriend, who recently blocked myself and Rouge. When we tried to ask her what was the matter, she left limbo this message. Because oddly enough, until then, they had stayed in my Discord chat at the time and have then since left. If you feel that myself and Rouge have handled this situation poorly or unfairly to Derpy VA, we gave Gear Train and Derpy 1 whole week for Gear Train to get medical help. Nobody got back to us. That began on April 1st, and we finally pursued action April 8th. I dropped the first video, and here we are. Typically, when we find out someone has preyed on kids, Derpy, I'm addressing you, it's kind of a that day situation. Derpy VA formerly had a Discord room called the Flying Box. She claims to have shut it down. I and Rouge are not in there. That's all I can say. If anyone has any information to the contrary, by all means, comment down below. If you heard the stream from the other day, Brony Inspector wanted Gear Train to record himself driving to the police. As I understand it, Brony Inspector was ghosted by Gear Train when they tried to get up earlier in the day and pursue that. Gear Train has since changed his name to Going to Therapy. I believe the girl Gear was wrapped up with was 15. Rouge's math suggests that she was 13 at the time. Neither of these are legal, and child porn was sent and received. If anyone could contact Gear, Derpy, or the kid, preferably adults, handle this please, or go through this story, there have been 3 submitted, and point out some of the inconsistencies, as I'm sure that there's a couple you're more than welcome to. Dear Gear Train, you never did give us your FA or any of your social media. I wonder why. Don't think this is over, not by a long shot.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, take a breath.
Well, the good news is you're not in any trouble, I think, ? But we do have to talk about, is the gentleman that she's referring to here, this Gear guy, is he your current boyfriend?
Yes.
Well...
How old is he?
Is just recently in his 30s.
Okay, Derpy. Let's go with first dibs of perhaps you had a misunderstanding, or you'd like to set the record straight before we start. Is there anything you'd like?
Derpy, you need to calm down and breathe. You don't have the people who are gonna scream at you.
Yes.
Just calm down.
We went through that already.
Yeah, what do you need to know?
So, can you recount your side of events with, Delia?
So I met her as another voice actor in a server that's no longer around because it was not being as active as it was. And we both found out that we sound similar when we were both voicing the same character. I later on realized how old she was quite quickly. And I didn't think too much of it because I wasn't interested in that way, obviously. But when we started becoming friends, I've met Gear through her, and we grew very close. And when this was happening, she started to grow more hostile towards me. And most of it was behind my back, and I was informed by friends. Oh, am I gonna be anonymous through this?
I have so much coming at me right now. I am really...
Anthony, don't respond to that other chat. Focus on this one.
Please.
One at a time. If you start responding to everything, you're spreading yourself too thin.
I am spreading myself very thin right now, and I am juggling a lot, Derpy. I am going to try to do my absolute best to be as fair as possible with everyone.
Okay, so Derpy, you I've seen the 3 screenshots from Anthony, which is not a whole bunch to go on.
Anthony?
FNGR.
Yes, that's me.
Oh, sorry.
With that, while we were talking to them, it was brought up, did you know about Gear Train and Delia?
No. What I knew was that she had a crush on him, and from what I was told later on when we started avoiding her due to the harassment, that she was threatening suicide multiple
I
occasions.
saw what you claimed to be threatening suicide, and I'll have to strongly disagree.
I was going off of my assumption because of the cutted wrist photo that she was apparently using at the time. She has threatened to jump out her window, which...
Okay, Derpy, they're 16.
Yeah, I understand.
They're a child. They're going to be outrageous and crazy and over the top. That's what kids
We're not
do.
disputing that after talking to her that we can certainly assert that they have some issues. A lot.
But what you need to understand is they screen shared. And there is
Yes,
a lot
I
of,
understand.
there's a lot of, hold on, there is a lot of ERP, there's a lot of sexual talk between your boyfriend and Delia.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his 30s. She was 15.
Was he aware?
Yes.
We
Was
saw
he
the
aware?
messages. He
When-
knew her age, Anthony.
When can we talk to him?
I just added him and he accepted me.
Okay.
I told him that I want him to talk.
Well, he's going to need to, because right now
Yes, I understand.
there's no getting around this. Your boyfriend committed pedophilia.
Mm-hmm.
On a side note, back to Delia, we have seen that you promised to leave them alone and then contacted them again.
I did?
Yep, we saw the messages. And on top of that...
Derpy, I have a dumb question here.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying not to be upset with you, but that said, were you aware of your boyfriend doing this? Because I'm completely confused how you thought that I'm gonna tap FNGR on the shoulder and somehow, some way, he isn't going to find out about my boyfriend. Because I'm kind of mentally shutting down on that. This is like, it's kind of a Spectrum Heat move.
Yeah, you helped us with Spectrum, but the person you're dating did this.
I wasn't fully aware of the situation.
Well, what part were you?
Want to get involved.
No, I okay. What part were you aware of?
I was aware that she was trying to get with him. And I didn't have much information.
Not a lot. Are you and your boyfriend in an open relationship? Like,
we are in a polygamous.
Okay. So this would still break the boundaries of what you guys have laid out as cheating?
At the time we were not in a we have a girlfriend now.
How old's your girlfriend?
She's 22.
Okay. I'm gonna be blunt with you, Derpy. Staying with this man is not gonna be good for you or your girlfriend. This man went after a child, and you are now aware. I expect you to let your guys' girlfriend know as well. You can't just brush this over because you love him. I understand it's hard.
Yeah, well, Derpy, let me put it to you this way. I'm sure you're not dying to hear this from some strangers. Run it by some close friends and family, and I'm sure that you'll get some... The advice will likely line up, more or less, with what we're telling you right now.
You deserve better than a man who pursues a child.
If you want to go the extra mile to make sure that he gets some kind of medical help, but I wouldn't recommend it.
A lot of people will say that they'll get the help and often don't follow through.
I really do believe that he's trying to be a good person. I say trying.
Unfortunately, there might be something bigger coming down the chute with him, and you need to brace yourself.
I want to see him get help, because he has helped me through a lot. But I don't know what to do. I've been in so many bad relationships. I'm sorry.
This one isn't good either. This guy, I don't know how else I can say this. This man pursued a child. Think if you were to settle down with him. Think if you were to have a child with him. Think what that would put your guys' child at risk of. Who knows? Because someday he's already shown that he'd go after a child. Someday he might turn around. So for you, in your future, in your girlfriend's future, you really need to sit there and consider what that means. If you want him to get help, I understand that. I understand supporting him and getting it. If he shows change, he shows that he's getting help, he's seeing therapy, all that stuff, it might be something to maybe reconsider later. But you and your girlfriend, you two will get a lot of slack if you stay with him knowing that he went after a child. I can't put it any prettier than that. At that point, it would be considered enabling.
And I know that term gets thrown away around an awful lot, but that's something that a lot of people stuck consistently with. And I understand it's really heavy right now. Maybe take a day to really think it over. Talk to your friends and family.
Yeah. Talk to your girlfriend. Sit down with her. You two can have a discussion and talk openly about what you two think is best for the both of you as well, because that's a very important thing. You absolutely should not hide it from her.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him if he can join.
Oh, we'll be talking to him separately.
Yeah, I don't think it's best to have both of you in the same call.
I think I plan on putting him in the same room we put Spectrum Heat in.
Shut up, liberal.
Yo, yeah. Should I bump out Step right now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
As much as I don't like people who go after children, especially with me being a victim of it, I want him to get help. And I do believe that he can get help.
But don't put yourself and the people you love in danger. I know that in your server you have children, and he's there. And that's something to be considerate of, because right now, those children are at risk. He is able to contact them. He is able to pursue them.
And
with being a survivor yourself.
Yeah.
Even with us, children's safety is the most important. Right now, I would not trust your man around any child.
I know this is a big thing to ask, especially since I've known how the whole Spectrum thing went down. But
Yeah?
I don't want him to get attacked like that. And I understand what he did was wrong. And I'm going to remove him and have a big chat with him.
Is he still Is he still in your server?
As of right now, I can remove him.
Yeah. How many kids are in there?
I don't know.
Enough.
Most of them are adults, from my knowledge, but yeah. This is going to sound terrible. I'm sorry. I'd just be fully willing to. This is going to sound terrible. I'm sorry. I don't want him getting attacked just yet. I really want to give him the option of getting help, and I will force him to show me every bit of help he's getting, whether it's being from a therapist.
We're definitely going to have a word with him. That's not going to happen. I mean, that's certainly going to go down. Whether that stays private or not can be a contingency of him actually seeking some help. That's potentially on the table. There's a lot going on right now. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on multiple fronts right now, but we haven't even talked to him yet. And who knows? You know what? Maybe after we talk to him that there's a misunderstanding, but we haven't gotten there yet, and we haven't talked to him yet. So I guess we'll find out when we get there.
I don't want to ask for anything big, because I know your channel goes on this sort of stuff, but I don't want anything posted just yet.
Believe me, the video I have has nothing to do with this. That's like all ready to go, and I can certainly wait.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Rouge can nag me to hang out for the next 2 days, so I won't get anything done. There you go.
But, Derpy with, Delia, don't talk to her. Don't reach out to her. Don't send people after her. If she contacts you first, then you immediately message us.
I don't want anything to do with her from the way that she hacked to me.
Nope, we understand that she is a gigantic pain in the ass. She has not endeared herself to myself nor Rouge. We are not magically going to become her friend now. We still, with the exception of some very serious issues, Derpy, hopefully that you will make the right decisions here, and then we will continue to think that you're a cool person. Rooting for you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I also kind of want to hear him try to explain himself as well.
Okay, we could put you in that room too.
I am gonna have to ask if we do put you in there.
I am not gonna freak out.
Don't talk. Don't try to jump in and defend. You need to let him handle his own and stand his own ground. You're basically going to be there to listen like you want, but this is not something for you to participate in.
Alright.
Alright, do you have got him added, Rouge, so we could pop him in there?
Yeah. Also, Delia is trying to argue with us that we can't post the video, so.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, I kept argue with them.
It will certainly be edited. It will certainly be edited. Or I could just be a real lazy prick and throw it on BitChute and be like, well...
so there is something I'm going to ask you to remove out of there, Anthony.
Yes.
When they mentioned that's really not appropriate.
No, I don't.
Me and Derpy have talked about it.
Okay, no, like... Look, yes, I got it. And it's absolutely not relevant, Derpy. I understand that.
Yeah, no, that's why I didn't even bring it up in here. I brought it up to Anthony because I don't want that in there.
I concur.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Are you
really
sure this is really a good time? Like we'll definitely record talking to him. Are you like you? I don't think I'd be able to handle what you're going through right now.
Yeah. Do you live with anyone?
No, I don't have any family.
Do you have any animals?
No.
You need to get yourself a cat or something. I promise. Here, wait, no, I'll one up this, Anthony. Get a buddy.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
Buddy.
Okay.
No, I've lived on my own. You definitely need a social creature to interact with, especially in moments like these. For now, I'm gonna be a dork and tell you to grab a stuffed animal and hug the shit out of that. Everything's gonna be okay, Derpy.
Alright, so we should pop in there and go say hi?
Yeah.
Alright, and away we go. Hoomst. See if I muted myself like a schmuck. Nope, audio's coming through. Oh. I did it again. I did it again. I couldn't get in the damn...
Nerd.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, good, Archer's here.
Archer?
Yeah, you're gonna need all the capital you can get, so I need you to stick this landing like you've never stuck a landing before in your life. Alright.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be heavy. So,
Derpy, you might want to mute.
yeah, so, Gear. How old are you for the record?
I am 30.
Where are you from?
I'm from England.
Alright. As I understand, the age of consent in England is 16. However, for things like sexting, I'm told that it's the age of consent is 18, correct? Isn't it, I believe?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure at the moment. It's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, you might want to look that up. Let me turn your volume up a little bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Did you ERP with a 16-year-old girl, or 15, or however old she was at the time?
They were 15 at the time.
Okay, 15. That doesn't help you out at all.
No, I'm just going to be honest here. We did start ERPing. I know. Bad. Hello?
That's the sound of our disappointment. Well, we've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you received nude pictures from her?
Yes.
Are they still on your computer?
No. I have wiped those pictures away.
Is this your only isolated incident with a
A minor, yes. This is the only time this has happened.
why specifically?
Why specifically?
Yeah, why?
Why them?
I do believe no other female at that point had ever seen me and approached me in this manner before. This was the first time anything like this had happened. She had come forward with pictures, declared feelings, said I want you, things like that. And me being obviously jumped up, oh, this is nice. And then
Were you with anybody else at the time, or?
No.
But you had a girlfriend before?
If you count any very, very short lasting relationships when I was in school as well, which meant nothing. No, I hadn't had anyone.
She suggested you had in voice call said you expressed an interest in wanting to rape her. Is that true?
From a story perspective, I was catering to her wishes. I wouldn't have actually done anything like that.
That was a real long way to say no. All right.
Pretty much.
So, no, what he said it was that he did it to make her happy, essentially.
Okay. Unfortunately, she is a child.
A minor.
Yes.
Her wants and her desires don't matter. What matters is that it's illegal.
Yes.
I'm well aware of this now.
What year was this when this happened, Dan?
Let's go bring up the log again. It's got to be 2 or 3 years ago by now.
All right.
I'd say 2017.
18.
Okay, so if it was 2017, she was 13.
Really?
Yep, because she's 16
so,
currently.
Yeah, when did this happen? About?
Hang on. I had the screenshot of the first incident. Do you want me to send it in the group?
Yes.
Yes, please. No child pornography.
Yes, please. No. Absolutely not.
I've got it. I've got a censor bar on it, if that counts.
Where's Ruza?
He's online. He's right there in photo.
Can someone tap him because before he puts that in the chat,
get
I get a little freaking antsy about that.
Okay.
About either the censorship is immaculate or it's not, and
Well, I can quickly edit it to blank out the whole image.
Basically, what needs to be covered is bikini area.
The chest and the no butts, no vag, no ha-has, the boobs.
Nothing that would get us in jail.
All I've got in this is a bit of hair, some of the stomach, and an arm, and that's it.
All right. Let me blank.
I'm gonna say send it to me first, just because
Okay.
I don't want him to get in trouble.
Okay. Well, I don't want Rouge to get in trouble. Send it to Archer.
No,
What? Wait, what?
I'll scar him later.
Yes. You need to go jump on that hand grenade, boy.
No. I want the SWAT team busting down my door.
FBI, open up.
Jesus.
Did you send her
right.
any photos in return?
Unfortunately, it did develop into that kind of relationship, yes.
How long?
A year and a bit, on and off.
So how many images would you say were sent back and forth?
Bloody hell. Over a year, that's hard to keep track of.
Over a dozen? 2 dozen?
Gotta be somewhere around a dozen.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
a dozen nudes.
Just bring starlight glimmer in here.
Let's see. Yeah, no, it's censored enough.
All right.
Alright, I'll post
No,
on the
not
group.
yet, not yet. I'm not posting that picture yet. Not yet.
Well, I'm still gonna blank the screen here. Dun-
Just let me know when you're ready.
All right, go ahead. Take it away.
That was the first image sent. I hadn't asked for it. All I told her was,
Well, let's put it to you this way. At that
okay,
point, the correct decision would have been like, I'm sorry, I need you to remove that, and I need you not to send me anymore. At any point,
From
did
what
you...
I'm seeing, what's implied from the message was, I'm going to guess that you were horny.
we had ERP'd until that
Okay.
point.
So
Me, at that point, under the impression it was just a play thing that was going on, but then all of a sudden this is like, oh, okay, well this is a surprise.
Well,
Someone showed me their...
all the
Oh,
same, if someone would like to...
yeah.
I'm not recommending someone keep a backup of it, but I'd feel less comfortable with it being in the chat. Yes. Could you remove it, Gear?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
it's
I don't even want to click on it.
Jeez.
No offense.
No
I
worries.
was like, it's kind of small down there, and I'll be like, oh, it was spammed in chat. If
Being
anyone
that was
asks
there,
me.
Yeah. It is gone.
All right.
Have you seeked any help since this?
I haven't taken any professional help, no. I have chosen to, well, personally not to ever get caught in that situation again.
That's some interesting language there. So your
I'm
big
trying to
takeaway
get
was
out
not
of-
getting caught.
Hmm?
You said your big takeaway is I'd never wish to get caught in that situation again. That's an interesting wording.
That's implying that I was wanting to do it again but not get caught, but that is not the case. I really don't want to do anything with a
Can
minor
you
ever again.
understand why that's hard for us to believe?
Yes.
Because from my end, when I was looking, just 6 months ago, you were still talking like that with her.
Only 6 months.
That's just from the message I remember. It could have been more.
As far as I know, I haven't talked to her at all for maybe at least a year now.
The date was on it was November 2018.
November
Yep.
2019. From memory, that date seems about right.
Let me go back. That one's from January. But I mean, I could be remembering it wrong, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there was more after that, because that one was just the screenshot of you confirming you knew her age.
Mm.
I don't really know what to say, Anthony.
I don't know what to see either. It started off that we were going to go yell at somebody who was allegedly stalking someone in the community, and it took a real sharp turn from there that kept going further and further down.
Mm.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
and
gonna recommend you go see a therapist.
Thank you.
I had a suggestion from a fan. If you would feel comfortable calling the police on yourself and call.
I
We did it with Flutter Rocket. They didn't send him to jail. As long as he made it abundantly clear that he was going to seek help, I'd be completely satisfied with the exact same situation here.
Anthony, look in chat.
Hold up, Derpy.
Yes.
Yeah, they just basically told him to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
It'd
would
be
think it would.
difficult
I
living
think
on
it
the
would go.
register, but
It would go a
probably
lot. It
help.
would go some ways
Mm.
to show that you were willing to talk to authorities as opposed to cover it up.
And you don't have to call, like, I don't know what your guys' version of 911 is out there, but you can call your local police department because it's not particularly considered an emergency.
Okay.
Yeah, especially now. In all likelihood, they'll probably not even come out, considering the current recent events.
Mm. So it's definitely something I do not want to repeat. I've lesson learned, as it were. It's not right. I wasn't in the right frame of mind.
I will make it abundantly clear, Gear, if anyone else turns up, which is probably why we won't be keeping this hush-hush, it won't nearly be as polite as it is now. So is there anybody else that we're going to hear from?
There is no one I've done anything.
Yeah, the
like
first girl mentioned that there was a second girl that she had gotten out of touch with.
I don't think she was underage, though. She was...
Oh?
No, she wasn't. I can't remember the exact age, but she certainly
Oh.
wasn't, because she had a full-time job.
Okay.
She had all the adult things going for her. She was... Yeah, Middy, that was her name. I haven't heard from her in ages.
What complaints would they have had?
Complaints?
Yeah.
From Middy?
Huh?
Yeah, about you.
They've not really complained. Actually, no, they did talk to me a couple of months ago. I'm just saying, how are you? How you doing? They said they were a bit depressed as usual, but they didn't seem to have any complaints about me. They seemed quite happy to talk.
Okay.
All right. Do we have Derpy speak now, or?
Yeah, go ahead, Derp.
Hey.
I've already told these guys. I really do believe you're being a good person,
Thank you.
but I do want to see you talk to someone about this. I'm not saying police, but a therapist
Okay.
would be a big move, and I never pulled this card out before. But I really want to see this happen. And if you love me, I want you to show me that you're getting help.
I
Or
do,
is
Ruby. I can assure you I will find someone to help me.
Okay, because you
Soon as-
have to understand that your girlfriend is a survivor, and what you did is what some adult did to them.
I understand, yeah. In fact, we had discussed it before together, just after the incident had finished, I believe. And
You told
Yeah.
Derpy what you did?
as far as I remember, I did, yes.
and sweetheart, and I really,
So take your time.
I'm sorry. I know you can get help. It might not be as big at first, and even steps to, because I'm going to get one soon. I'm going to get a online therapist to talk about the abuse that I went through, because you know that I'm already still suffering through it after those years. I
Real
know.
To make sure I understand correctly, Gary, you said you told Derpy what had happened with this child.
Yes. So I remember when the
I
when it came
remembered.
out, but
I remember
'cause
you
'cause you
telling
told
me
me.
that she had interest in you quite extremely. I did not know that you sent pictures to them.
Oh, because this is very
I
important.
thought we had told that.
I've never heard this until now,
Oh, alright.
and I
Ooh.
hope you
Okay.
understand.
Well,
that
hold on there, Derpy. Hold it. Gear, are there any DMs where you've told your Derpy about this?
We were on voice at the time, I believe.
Okay.
So we'll take this at word that Derpy didn't know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely something, because Derpy could have just now been in a lot of trouble. I have recommended Derpy let your guys' other significant other know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And just as we are asking you to seek help, we are also asking the minor to pursue the avenues needed for them to get their help, which does include reporting it.
Okay.
Um,
Was that also the other two that I know of who were involved in the same sort of thing?
Oh, yeah.
what other two?
There was
Dinky. Oh, sorry.
After you, yeah.
From my knowledge, Dinky was in 2 other adult relationships with 2 other men. One going by the name of Corporal Canada, and what was the other one?
Peter Barker, she told me.
Okay. So it'll be something definitely to talk to them about, but probably, yeah. At the end of the day, well, I really want to believe that you're gonna do better and not do it again, and that you haven't done it again. But
Never will.
We've heard that story before.
Yeah, hold on.
And it didn't sound good done.
What you kind of need to understand taking away from this is that what you did had an effect on a child, severe damaging trauma that you can see even in your own girlfriend, what that can do to someone, and understand that you can never do it again, but that will never forgive you for the one time you did.
Hold it. Have you been getting in touch with the child?
Me?
Him.
No.
So how is it that Derpy and the kid have been, like, squaring up, so to speak? What's your take on that?
Squaring up? Oh, was that the
A little back and forth here. Like, what are your thoughts and opinions on all that?
I don't know, I don't know, she was always quite unstable when I was talking with her.
It's almost like she's a kid.
Yeah, but I don't understand what her beef is with Derpy, to be honest. I don't know why she keeps coming up. It's certainly not to...
I think we both noticed it when we got together, where she started acting up more hostile towards me.
Oh, that would... yeah. That's going to be my fault again.
I will say, though, that I have seen that you were supposed to leave her alone, and you did start bothering her again.
What was this?
Me?
No, not you. Derpy.
Oh.
That's why I told you no contact. You both need to go your separate way. That's why I said if they try to reach out to you, you immediately contact us.
Okay.
I'm stuttering.
It's fine.
I'm trying to like do this very delicately because I like you, Derpy. You
Yeah.
helped us with Spectrum. And I got my yelling out earlier, but you know. I'm not mad at you. I'm just stating very clearly. They bother you. You tell us. Simple as
Yes.
that. That should mean they shouldn't be stalking you or anything like that, but don't go out of your way to find out stuff about them either. It's kind of just a cut contact, go your own ways sort of deal. I can't say for sure which way, who's right, who's wrong when it comes to you and them. They are very obviously have some issues going on. I have seen you make some mistakes on your end too, so you both just leave each other alone is the best I can put this.
Mhm.
And if they're specifically bothering you, unprovoked, you know, tap me on the shoulder, or I'll try and have a talk with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Leo over there.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely don't want you to be bothered. Obviously, we know what it's like to be bothered by them.
No, I know this is the uncomfortable part where we bring up you calling the police again, because I suspect this would be one of those things where like, oh, have you talked to the doctors? Oh, not yet. So, sooner than later.
I do want to say something.
Yeah.
Gear.
Yes.
And I want you to understand that I'm not saying this to be mean or cruel or anything. But if I find out that this has happened again with another minor or Dinky again, I am going to contact these people.
Well within your right. But I can assure you there is no reason.
Yeah. And I believe that might be stupid to these other guys. But I feel like I should just put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Cause as Rouge, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name.
Rouge.
Rouge, if I don't want children to be hurt or mentally harmed as much as I have.
I know you don't.
Oh.
Particularly right now, what I did recommend to Derpy is you not be around children. I would keep that until you've been seeing a therapist for a bit. I know that you guys... I'm in Derpy server. I know there are children in there. I just recommend not being around children until you get that help, because for me personally, I can't trust you until I know that you've sought help. I can't say you've not done it again. I can't say there won't be someone else that comes along. And after this call, I would really recommend you two sit down and have a talk. You two have a talk with your girlfriend.
I was planning to.
About all this, and you guys figure out what you guys are going to do as a relationship and figure that out, because
online therapist actually sounds quite...
I want that to be a start.
Yeah. Especially
later on, though, I at least want to see some, or like know that in-person therapy sessions have happened. Not right off the bat, obviously, because I know that's hard.
I do. I totally do. I want to give you until the end of the week.
It's super hard not to set up an appointment. I've done it recently. I'll put that out there.
Do you got a website for him?
Mine's local.
Okay.
You kind of have to look. I can probably send you the link that helps you look around your local area. You'd have to put your local area in. And
Yeah,
it would bring up
where is
people
that
and
local
their
area by
choices.
chance?
Oh, sorry, that's Hampshire.
Yeah.
This is actually helping me already getting this out there, to be honest. It's a first step to recovery, as it were. I just want to thank you guys for not blowing away at me. And,
I have requested them to be a bit softer
okay.
because I love you, but like also due to my anxiety lately, as you know.
Okay, well, thank you for doing that for her behalf as well.
She definitely really loves you. Really cares about her. She really cares about you. I'm sure your other significant other does too. Don't let them down.
There's some really strong
You
advice
got
I'd
it.
love to give you, or I would love to give to someone else not in your position, sir. So there's a part of me that just can't give you the basic advice that I would give to someone else due to circumstances. My better judgment is telling me not to. You have something to add, Archer?
Just take care of yourself, man. Do what you gotta
Yeah,
do. Both of you.
I don't think you understand how disappointing it is that we had to have Derpy get dragged along for this. They've been a class act, and you've put kind of a smudge here, a real bad one. It's like someone ran a key across the entire length of someone's car, back and forth.
How long have you two been dating?
Yeah, now was it?
We've recently had a anniversary.
Whole year.
So I definitely think there are some relationship things that need to be talked about. Knowing what Derpy has been through, I definitely don't find it in good light that you didn't tell her what you had done, especially it being someone that Derpy has their own issues with. It seemed very important that is something you should have clarified to them. Or
Yeah,
told them. It shouldn't have been us. Well, after a year of dating, well, after a year of it happening,
It's one of those things where you don't want to hurt the person, but you keep putting it off.
it
and
hurts
eventually it
more
comes out
not
and then
telling
hurts.
them.
Yeah.
Derpy had to find out because of all this going on and through us, when it could have been a very private discussion between the two of you.
Well, for the lack of a better word, while we do like Derpy, she had to hear this from strangers.
You've poured it out there for sure.
You definitely have a lot to make up to her.
I plan to.
You better. I like Derpy. I will come after you.
Rouge
I
will
tell you what,
protect.
There's going to be people coming after you, and to be quite honest with you, I think I'll be rooting for them.
Well deserved by the sounds of it. But I'll tell you what, if I do get therapy, I'll send you guys some sort of proof.
It's not a if, sweetheart. I want
Sorry.
to.
That was the wrong
I'm
phrase.
sorry.
I think he was being honest.
I'll do it for Derpy. I'll do it for everyone. I mean,
Well, maybe pull
I
up,
feel-
open up your Google or preferred search engine right now and start looking like in call.
Sure.
Email, receipt. I know you can't kind of I wouldn't recommend recording your therapy session.
No, I understand that there's patient doctor privilege.
Confidentiality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's technically there to protect the patient, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, even a receipt showing, oh, it's a clinic, it's a therapy. That's something.
And if you ever need money for it, I am willing
Oh,
to.
no, don't you pay for anything. No. I'm the one who should pay. More ways than
No.
one, probably.
There are definitely probably, I don't know how things work out there. There's therapists that work with your insurances. I know, for my consultation, it wasn't
Ooh.
super expensive.
What's this?
I have disability, so I get help from my insurance to get therapy.
Psychosexual services. Okay, weird.
I do know that after after you hit your deductible, basically your therapy sessions are free. They're paid for by your insurance.
I'm just looking on the NHS right now.
Okay.
Can I get 3,000 you can get for cognitive behaviour? You do not need a referral from a GP, that's good.
Derby, I'm putting a lot of faith in you. If something happens, I expect you to come to us.
Yes.
I don't want to have to hear from someone else that you knew that it happened.
I say this with as just as matter of factly. There's always going to be someone. There's no way that it'll stay quiet. Someone will
Yes.
talk.
Yeah, I know.
I just have to put it out there. I like you.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
And you're like the nicest person here.
Depends who I'm
sorry.
talking to. Depends.
There's Rouge has her days.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, Anthony sees me on the worst of them.
When the kid winded up calling us and spamming Gore in the chat.
Oh yeah, no, I screamed.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's not your fault. We're still not thrilled with them. That said, I said, well, look, now that you've told us about old boy here, that could get put on the back burner. I wasn't the most polite person in the world to them when that went down.
They're still absolutely on my shit list.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get to call me 189 times while I'm at work.
No.
I am so sorry.
It's not your fault. They're insane. To me, they're insane. I don't like them. They got problems.
Yeah,
Also,
there's
but it doesn't mean I can't hate them.
yeah, Gear. I'll put it to you this way. That's why you don't date kids. Because you don't have you date an adult. You can sit there and say you're an adult. You have to take equal footing. Kids don't.
Yep.
I didn't make the rules.
Yeah,
It's just how it is.
That is how it is. And
Unless they're dating other kids.
I
Don't
feel
even
like
wanna
we've
go
all
there.
done stupid shit as a kid that we look back on and we're like, oh, what were you doing?
Yeah.
You insane little shit. Looking at you, Archer.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you had to butt in.
I didn't even say anything.
All right.
You laughed. You unmuted to laugh.
Fucking
Whatever.
I think I need a drink now.
A drink?
Yeah, I need a drink.
Oh, me too. I requested the next 2 days off, so I'm off till Sunday.
Oh. Baller.
Yeah, I don't even have to go to the store. They want us to call them after.
Well, let me grab a drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit stop on this. My third call in a row. Testing. Yeah, it's still worth taking.